A top 25 flash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Lacey. Gets away from one, finds room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's the give off the left side. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. The give to the lone running back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Gresham. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Whittington. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore to the air. Good timing on the quick out. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Benson. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
That's an awesome job by the defense. They're sniffing out the screen, reading the body language of the running back. They were not fooled, and they knocked it away.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna look downfield again. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing.
Throws toward the end zone. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball. There he goes. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a grab deep. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rebels.
And when you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Ole Miss 14, Oregon 7.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gresham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Might be changing the route. Moore will throw. Got the quick pass. Into the secondary on the right. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Makes a catch at the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Here's the pressure. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
The give to the tailback. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. Quarterback sneak wedging himself into the line. Sneak gets it done.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Send the offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated.
Turning it on. At the 30. Inside the... Oh, it's out. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
On first down, the quarterback sneak. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Moore to the air. He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Leaves it with the running back. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a crease. It's Whittington. Got enough for the first down. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Moore will throw. Quickly complete. Stumbled to the ground.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Under fire. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's caught. It's Moore. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was third down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up fourth.
The Ducks looking to convert on fourth down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Oregon.
The Ducks will try to convert on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On fourth down, looking to pass. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now and make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Moore to the air. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw on first down. And as he throws, intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Moore will throw. Under fire. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof, if you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
He might want another play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes a grab right down the middle. He's loose. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball, and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field? Play one of the second half to start it, and he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
Coming out with it, it's Gresham. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Looking for space, it's Whittington. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing...
Breaks into the open. Running through contact. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Moore to the air. Unleashes one. And the defense forced that incompletion with a deflection.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Bring in the heat. Pick up a 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Rushes on him. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
They boot it away on 4th down. They'll get down and put a stop for this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Offense ready to go back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosion right down the middle. He was off to the races, and maybe another step or two, and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. Now from inside the red zone. Using his feet to buy time. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They want to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Handoff to the single running back. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. He'll set up to throw. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. They'll give it to the back.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver comes in motion. Moore will throw. Pulls it in. It's Moore. And they're able to get him down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you, and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Moore to the air. Makes the catch. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Caught in the backfield, it's Whittington. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Looking for a productive play on first down. Now they'll run it to the right here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gonna run it. It's Whittington. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Yards away from another third down conversion on this drive. They're already 2 for 2. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
On the move from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Catch inside the 30 and still running. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. The Rebels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, he'll throw it. Lets it fly. Trying to find the end zone. He found some running room and needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Whittington. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. They're just about to put this W in the books, guys. Comes against a ranked opponent, a team that most of us expected them to beat, and they were able to come through.
Yeah, but you're going to get challenged early in the season. It's fun to play other ranked teams and kind of see what you have.
Looking for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, there's no quitting this defense. I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous...